Alright, in this video I'm going to teach you how to paint your rims on your car or truck. First thing you want to do is just take them off your vehicle and just sit them out wherever you want to paint them. Make sure you have a plate area that has an opening so the air will blow out. And first thing you're going to want to do, after you take them off, of course, is get some 220 grit or 320 grit sandpaper. And just take it in your hand and just sand down the whole wheel so you can, if there's any rust or anything like that, you want to get that off, and plus you want to have a rough surface to paint on so it'll stick better. So I'm going to do that right now. Once you've got your wheels nice and sanded down, you want to clean them off, and I recommend the easiest way to do that is just take an air compressor and blow off any dirt that might be on them. And then you want to take some paint thinner, and what paint thinner does is it cleans off all the brake dust and the stuff from sanding, and it just makes them really clean, ready to paint on them. And just what you do is get a clean rag and put the paint thinner on it, and then rub that on the wheels, and then have an extra clean rag so you can wipe off the paint thinner that you put on it to clean it. Alright, after you've got your rims all cleaned up and sanded down, run over them with a clean washcloth one more time, or a clean rag one more time, just to make sure that you've got all the dirt off and anything that could be on there that would make the paint not stick. Now what you want to do is tape off your tires so that no paint will get onto the tires. I've done this many ways, but the easiest way you can do it, in my opinion, is just take some printer paper, cut it into fours, and then slide the paper into the rim like that, all around the whole thing, and that'll cover up your rims. The only thing you want to make sure that there's no wind coming into to wherever you're doing it, because that'll blow the paper away. If you don't want to use this technique, then you can just take some painter's tape or anything like that and just tape off your tires and make sure that no paint is going to get on them when you're painting them. Alright, now for the fun part, painting. We're going to use Rust-Oleum spray paint on these. First, we're going to use primer. This is the kind of primer you want, Rust-Oleum automobile primer. And usually they have cans that come with 25% extra paint for free, and I usually get those. So after the primer, we're going to use this Rust-Oleum black gloss enamel. That's the best paint you can really get for painting cars or rims or anything like that if you're going to spray paint them. And then lastly, this is optional, we're going to use a clear coat. And what clear coat does is it just protects it from like dust and helps it not chip as easily. And I've painted it both ways, using clear coat and not using clear coat. They stay cleaner with the clear coat and just better quality paint looks. So I'm going to teach you how to paint now. First thing we're going to do is put 2 or 3 layers of this primer on. Alright, so I've got 3 layers of primer on the first rim, and you want to let that sit for about 10 minutes now, just to allow it to dry before you put the black paint on, or whatever color you choose to paint your rims. So while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to put some paper around this rim and start painting that one with primer. Alright, so I've got the primer done on that first wheel. Now I'm going to put probably 4 coats of this black Rust-Oleum gloss enamel paint, and then we'll let that dry for probably 20 minutes or so, and then we're going to put the clear coat on. So I've got my first two wheels finished painted, got black primer and black paint on them. Now I'm going to let them sit for about 20 minutes just to let it kind of dry, and then I'll put the clear coat of paint on. They look pretty good. So I've waited about 20 or 30 minutes, and the black paint is kind of dry, so I'm ready to put this clear coat on. I'm probably going to do 2 to 3 coats of this clear coat, and then after I'm done with that, I'm going to let the rims sit for probably 30 minutes to an hour, just because you don't want to like lift them up and then have your clear coat dripping everywhere, because that would look really bad. So you want to give it quite a while to dry before you put it back on your vehicle. But this will be the last step, just painting the clear coat on. And after you finish with the clear coat, you can remove all this paper on there right away. So I waited for about 45 minutes, and now I put the first black rim on, or the first two. I got one on the other side on the back too. They look pretty nice. I kept the center caps chrome on this one. So now all I've got left is to paint the front two, and then it'll be all done.